JT FT1, fiio FT1. Straight right into it. It is definitely way more comfortable than my ATH M50X. It's like super light. I don't know what the gram difference is. It might be actually heavy in specs. I'm not sure. Probably not, because like it feels so freaking light in my head. And the comfort is amazing. It's just amazing comfort, okay? Just feels pads are great. Oh yeah. Look at that. And my relatively medium to large ears are fitting perfectly. I wore them for an hour. The only thing I got was like my right side maybe got a little bit sweaty, just a bit. I didn't do anything extensive. I was probably watching a show. Um, right away, I'm sorry. I am not a professional in any sort of way. I'm just mentioning this now. Okay, so this like disappears in your head, bro. What the? Okay, this is cool. Um, but sound. I'm just gonna go to sound because I'm speaking into my ATH M35, ATH 2035 at the moment, and I could tell. I think something wrong with my mic though, but whatever. Um, that it is sounding much more natural than again, not a professional, so don't take not a professional. Much more natural. So, but actually, I mean, it sounds much more smoother. All right, I don't know if it's picking up all the details, but it's definitely much more smoother than my ATH M50X. My ATH M50X actually, I feel like it's like I'm not sure if it gets more detail or just like it's just more sharper, more harsher. I think that's what they call it. It's definitely hard. My ATH M50X. Like when I went full volume on my Android tablet that I use, I had to lower it down because it started hurting a little bit. If I compare it to my MDR 7506 Sony, that one like full volume like hurts the ear. I think it's cut. At least if I remember correctly, I did it once. This one full volume on my tablet. Actually, even regular volume, which I think I keep all my headphones at, past the red point or something. This thing doesn't sound like it to me. It just doesn't, honestly. Uh, you might have seen reviews saying it sounds really amazing and stuff like that. I think some of them mentioned they use like a DAC whatever adapter. I don't know, something like that. But if you're using, I use it on my PS4 controller. I use it on my tablet at like 75%. I think 75% volume that the thing appears at. And it did not sound good to me. Just I have an earbud that I bought for $6, okay? To me that sounded much nicer than this one at 75 percent volume, which I think is where the almost red thing starts at. Which is weird because it's like 32 impedance, I think it is at, and I think my earbuds are at 22 as well. Even the ATH M50X, I think is at 32, and this did not sound good at 75% volume on my um Android tablet at S6 Lite, and on my PS4 I did not really up the volume. I just left it at where it was, and it did not sound that great either. Honestly, I would have bought my $6 earbuds instead of this at that volume level, I'll say. But my earbuds are pretty good for $6. I actually like them a lot at that volume. Okay, so now if I went up like almost to 90% on this with my tablet, okay, I'd say okay, these are doing something. There was like everything was larger. Again, I'm not a professional. From what I heard, okay, I can see why people kind of like this. There is bass on this, and I again not a professional. I did not found them to be way too much. It's way too much. It's bad in the sense that when I just hear the bass from some stuff, it sounds good bass. I'm not a professional. Sorry. Uh, it sounds like good bass. Okay, it's not like so much that like oh my god, you're doing it too much. It sounds you're losing stuff. It's like so bad. Just the bass for there. But I will say that again, this is like at full volume now because like at the 75%, it just sounds kind of a little quiet, but you could perfectly go with that. But it sounds like nothing. It sounds like a very basic headset that I would probably prefer just using my $6 ear in ear buds, whatever. At that 75%. Okay, it's on my earbuds sounding nicer. That's what I'm saying. I got full volume, it sounded bigger and everything, and yeah, you could kind of tell stuff like that, but it didn't. Wait, where was I at? You, yeah, the bass. Let's say there's like this guitar playing, a bass guitar playing in the back. I'm not a musician either. I'm just kind of sing along stuff. Bass thing playing in the back, and then there's a singer. All right. To me, what it sounds like is like the bass. It's not that it's, I don't know if that's the right word, overpowering the vocals, in the sense that it's making it lose completely the quality of it. But it's more like once the bass comes, the basic guitar, and there's the vocalist, it's like the volume of the vocals go way lower, or the bass volume is set up a little too high, then that the vocal goes away. Like what happened to the singer? You know, kind of reaction a bit. Not all song. I just used it on TikTok or YouTube shorts, and from what I heard is like, I mean, I used my ATH M50X, my in-ear earbuds, and then I don't think I ever noticed that issue. But with this one, it's like, wait, what the hell? Why did the vocalist just volume just go unbalanced? Like bass, you hear more the bass than the vocal itself. In some of the tracks, in some of the songs that I heard, okay, I do think my M50X when I got it had like bass as well. I noticed it right away. I think it has a little bit of bass, and I thought it's a little too much. Honestly, a little too much for me. This one, I didn't mind the bass as much. I don't know why I didn't mind the bass as much. Okay, but there is more thump bass to it, in a good way, I'll say. I think, but I don't think there's much of a thump on my M50X. Honestly, just bass there, but not much of a thump. I don't know if I'm saying the right stuff here. But this one has a more thump to it when it's needed. I think when it's like supposed to be there, so in a good way. But vocal sounds smooth, which I like. It's not fatiguing. I think I'll agree with that. What everybody else said, compared to my M50X, which can be harsh, and it is harsh. I think. It does not sound as smooth as this one for the vocals, but this one does have a little bit of, I think it's what it's called. It's like a weight thing. I feel like it sounds like a weight, kind of like a weight. Um, it's supposed. I think this is what's called warmth. You sound like this, like a warmth, like a blanket covering you or something. You like you're in a box and there's a bunch of blankets inside. That's what it sounds like to me a bit. Compared to my ATH M50, which is like just straight up there. It has the bass. The bass on my M50X, it's okay. Like it's a little boosted. I feel it's okay. This one, the bass I'll say it's nice, but overall the issue is 75%. This one did not sound that great to me. 75% on my tablet. I don't know what volume my PS4 controller was at, but even then, it was loud enough for me. Like that, it was low volume a little bit, but it was loud enough for me to like understand everything. Everything that's happening. That's fine, but there's nothing going on with this headphone. It's like just, I'll take it my $6 earbuds. Okay. Now I'm not talking about the price itself. I'm talking about like the sound quality that I'm getting. If they both are $6, I think I'll still get my earbuds. Okay. But at full volume, this is like a different story. Okay, because that one that's okay. So, no, F50X. So this is, I'm gonna write that because I'm just talking and blabbing. It's an unprofessional review. All right. Comfort, very good compared to my M50X. Sound quality, I do not know too much, but bass, I'll give it to this one because the thumb and stuff like that, it's nice. And it didn't seem too much to me because I think I had like another headset that got really bassy, okay? And that would like boom, boom, I really feel like a lot. And even then, I could still make out the vocal and stuff like that. It was very nice. This one is like the vocal is just get the volume, but some because I keep scrolling, right? So some songs like, what happened to the voice? The singer's there, and boom, the bass comes in, and like I can't make out too much. It's still there, the details and stuff, but the volume level just changed somehow. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, and none of my other headphones did that. Not my earbuds either. Earbuds. Mids. So in general, the mids, like without the bass, and even some songs, I think they're actually fine. It's like equal kind of, but some songs it's like what was happening. What did the mids after the bass came in go like lower volume? That I noticed it, and didn't sound very good to me. But just the mid itself, I think it's good. I think they sound pretty fine. Like if it's the voice talking, it sounds good, but there's also I feel a lack of clarity if you were at 75% on the tablet. If you're like at 100% volume, I feel the vocals are fine. If it's just vocals, okay, this voice. I don't know so much about treble. I cannot tell you about that. I think that's like highest. Uh, and the warmth itself. The warmth is like there's a blanket covering it a bit. Okay, and I think that's what it is. I think that's what the warmth is. Blanket covering it, like it's hugging a bit, hugging the voices a bit. And from the songs that I've listened to on my tablet and my PS4 a bit, not my PS4 tablet mostly. I wasn't really not into it, absolutely not at all. On the volume level, that's like I think 75%. But at 100%, it was like okay, it's like immersing me a little more now. But that's about it. That's all I got for this. Why is it so hyped? I'm confused. Again, I remember reading some people that were like saying like comfort for sure it's good. That's the one of the main reason why I bought it for a thing was the comfort because the M50X heard comfort like 8 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10 like it's like a torture thing. Okay, then after a week it's like came to a 6, and now I think it's been the second week it came down to like a 4.5. I'll leave it at that. Okay, discomfort level of discomfort at the highest is painful, the lowest is less. It's like a 2. We'll say 2. But I don't want to skip my ear thing. I don't know why. Okay. That just might just be my in general. My ears gets out a bit. Yeah, but yeah. So people have DAC or something that they put in and listen to the song, I guess, and that sounds amazing. Let me hear it 1 second. I'm coming back on my computer. Let me hear with my focus right here. Hello, hello, hello. So I just quickly listened to some stuff on YouTube, and I do say obviously this is like I'm using a Focusrite, so it's gonna sound better. I just listened to some animal things. It sounded good. Some parts where the guitar were playing, I'm like, oh, this is actually nice. The guitars. But then the guy started singing, and I'm like, okay, like where are we going with this? And then the bass came, like wherever there's like a bass or something, and then like the volume of the vocals just went. I mean, it sounded like it kind of disappeared a bit. I'm like, okay, I hear the bass, but why is the vocals going away? Like the volume level is going, like you hear the vocals, yeah, and there's as well as like guitars, yeah, it sounds very nice. The guitar was sounding really nice to me, but then when they all started playing together, it's like you hear more of the guitar instruments more than the vocals, and like you're not hearing the freaking singer a little bit less, less, and I was like. I think that's a big downside to this. Like, why would you not want to hear the singer? You know, if you're just instruments you're following, I guess it's probably like specific songs, like some people said on Reddit, like rap song. I think maybe it's good for you, but overall, this is a big downside. I think it's not very good. Yeah, so I do feel maybe if you have those DAC or whatever, I don't know what they're called. Again, I'm not a professional, but from what I've done so far, it's not worth it specifically for the fact that the vocals gets when the bass comes in, the vocals just goes lower in tracks in the stuff that I saw, videos, openings, and some music I saw, right? And I think that's a big enough negative for me to return this. Comfort is great. Bass is there if you can get it at reasonable. Even 75%, I think I could hear the bass, but overall it did not sound that good at all to me at 75% volume. At a higher volume, there's like this immersiveness that happens on your tablet, probably on your PS4 controller as well, that makes it feel nice, yes. But the bass is gonna overpower the vocals, and if you're listening to music or stuff like that, I guess that where there's a lot of stuff happening, it's like the vocals kind of disappear a bit, and I think that's a very, very bad. Okay. Um, I like the sound of the instruments. It has a warmth and nice fullness to it. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm saying what I think. But yeah, this is not good. I'm gonna say this is not good for what I use it so far for, alright? But so far, what I use it for is what I use it for. And what I use it for is not good. I haven't played a game with this yet. It's probably gonna be good with games because that's what I keep hearing. For there's a lot of bass, it's good for games or something. Okay, I got scared. I thought my music was on for a second. Um, for the price, I don't want to get freaking ear pads for my ITH M50X. Even though like that's the best thing to do, because like you know comfort, but it changes the sound a bit. Do not buy this. If you're gonna use it with your tablet, unless you get those DAC. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mention once again. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe that'll help with the sound. I just quickly use the Focusrite right now and to check out a opening of anime on YouTube. I don't know if that counts. And it sounded full. The instrument sounded good until the vocal came. The vocal sounded good by itself, but then when everything hit together, it's like the basics, the boom, 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 you know, like kind of drowned the vocals lower or sound volume or something felt, and then I couldn't hear the singer much. So I was like, okay, this is what the hell is this? Uh, do I even need to say anything else? If that's what happens, then no, why would you get this? You can't hear the freaking singer. Uh, Probably for games. I don't know if I'm not a professional. I don't know if like I didn't look at the right specific files, volume, wave, whatever, high quality H stuff. But I didn't have this issue with my other headset. And the earphone, F6R earbuds. I think that's good for me to say that no. I don't like the aesthetics and I like the comfort. Okay, it's getting hot again. I don't know why my ears getting hot. Yeah. So don't buy this. I recommend this. Do not buy. Thumbs up. This is my thumbnails. Hopefully. Alright. It's a professional review. Remember that, please. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I cannot, most likely cannot answer a lot of them because like I do not know high, mid, lows that well. I'm just giving my opinions from what I understood from hearing this. Okay, I'm gonna sum it up.